Hey there, what's up guys, my name is Useless Mango and I'd like to welcome you all back to another Grand Theft Auto 5 video here on my channel, where I'm going to be bringing you guys 5 features that I believe need to come out with the BIKER's DLC coming to GTA Online on October 4th, to potentially help this DLC be one of the best ones so far. So as always, if you do go on to enjoy the video or you find it interesting at all, then do be sure to drop the video a like rating, and if you are new to my channel and you're liking my GTA 5 content, then why not hit that subscribe button? It only takes 2 seconds and it means that you won't miss any of my future uploads. Now with that said, let's get it started. Okay, so to get things started, our first feature is the ability to do business with CEO organizations. And the reason I thought this would be pretty good is because CEOs sometimes collect drugs, weapons and other items that could be sold on to these biker gangs in the northern regions of the map or wherever the biker gangs end up being based. But this feature would also allow CEOs to sell cargo to real players instead of NPC buyers, enhancing the overall buying and selling experience in GTA Online. And what if biker gangs could also help out CEOs in collecting their shipments as well? This could allow for alliances to be built, and friendship between 2 different groups of players could also be built, so further business is likely to happen. Or if a CEO organization feels like they need help collecting and delivering a shipment, maybe they could call upon biker gangs to help assist them. Then there'd be a reward for the bikers if they were successfully able to help the CEO organization deliver their shipment. And this could even work both ways. Maybe if a biker gang has some issues doing one of their missions, they'd be able to call upon a trusted CEO organization to help them, just in the same way that bikers could help CEOs. And that's actually a really good way to lead into the second feature on this list, as it still involves CEO organizations. And it's the ability to intercept and steal cargo shipments from CEOs. So as of now in GTA Online, whenever a CEO organization is completing a cargo run, the only objective available to other players is to destroy the shipment for a small reward of ammo, money and RP. And this feature doesn't even have to be specific to biker gangs. Other CEO organizations should also be able to steal shipments and keep them for themselves. But if biker gangs could have the ability to do deals with CEOs for cargo, then why can't they also steal it? Because we all know that you're not always lucky enough to have a cargo run go to plan. Quite a lot of the time the shipment's already been hijacked by NPCs, or you have to track it down, and if members of biker gangs could be the people that end up stealing the shipments, then this would just add yet another level of challenges to doing CEO cargo missions. And this doesn't just have to be for CEO cargo missions, it can also be for CEO selling missions too. So just like in our last feature where biker gangs can buy from CEOs when they do sell missions, they could also choose to try and take out the CEO organization and escape with the goods. But obviously this would have to depend on the type of sell mission, as it would be pretty difficult to steal a shipment when the CEO organization is in planes and making drop-offs around the map. That said, that still wouldn't stop them from buying from CEOs, as members of biker gangs could just go to the drop-off point and wait for the package to be dropped. And now onto our third feature that should come out with the BIKER's DLC, and this one is likely going to be a feature simply because of the patterns that Rockstar followed in the past, and it's the ability to customize the MC clubhouses. So we've seen this in the past with the yachts that came out with executives and other criminals, and the CEO officers that came out with further adventures in finance and felony. Both these elements were the main feature of both these DLCs, so it would only make sense that Rockstar brought this feature to the game with the BIKER's DLC. But as for things that we could customize, I'm not quite sure, as I'd imagine that the clubhouses would be really dirty, untidy places, and therefore not really have much to customize inside of them. But maybe if you could add NPCs to them so that they could be bodyguards or workers like we saw in one of those first screenshots that we received. But if we imagine that the clubhouses we're going to be able to purchase in the BIKER's DLC are going to be somewhat similar to the Lost MC clubhouse from GTA 4's The Lost and the Damned, then they are most likely going to be these really untidy buildings that no one really cares for. That said, if you guys do have any ideas as to what we might be able to customize in these new clubhouses, then do be sure to let us all know in the comment section down below. Moving on, and the fourth feature that I think should come out with the BIKER's DLC is a functional biker mechanic and shareable biker garages. Now I think that I've mentioned a feature like this before in past videos for different DLCs, so I won't go into depth with the shareable garages as they are pretty self-explanatory. However, in the past DLCs that I've mentioned a similar feature, Rockstar hadn't already told us about a specialized mechanic. But for the BIKER's DLC, we have already been told that we are going to be getting a biker mechanic, but the reason why I'm bringing it up here is because I'd like it to be like the old mechanic where they actually drive the vehicle you've requested to you, rather than the new one where it just spawns your vehicle somewhere nearby. And while I can't see Rockstar bringing back the older and in my opinion better mechanic back to the game, when you think about it, there is actually a slight chance that this might actually happen. And my reasoning behind this is that the BIKER's DLC is being portrayed as the biker equivalent to further adventures in finance and felony. The new clubhouses that will be coming out look to be the equivalent of the offices from finance and felony, though what looked to be drugs room looks like the equivalent to a warehouse from finance and felony, and the biker mechanic could be the biker biker equivalent to the CEO assistant from Finance and Felony. If this happens to be the case, then there is a chance that we'll be able to customize the look of the mechanic, just like we were able to with the assistant, but it might also mean that they actually have a function, i.e. driving your vehicles to you. That said, there is always the chance that Rockstar could make the mechanic pretty much the same as the assistant, where they just sit in the clubhouse or garage, then you walk up to them to request a vehicle that way. But anyways, I don't know what Rockstar has planned for the mechanic, but I do hope they have more of an actual function rather than just being a gimmick in the clubhouses. Alright, now on to the last but certainly not least feature that I believe should come to the game with the Bikers DLC, and that's the ability to use biker NPCs as allies. So as you probably know, if you go up into Blaine County around where the Lost MC live in the caravan park, if you're lucky enough not to start a gang attack, then you usually find bikers just hanging around, and if you shoot or aim at them, then they'll start coming after you trying to kill you. Now what I think should become a feature is if you're part of a biker gang, then you could actually help defend these biker NPCs against other players who are doing a gang attack or just generally there to cause havoc. Instead of fighting against you, the bikers should actually fight with you. And what if you could call a group of NPC bikers to come and help you when you need it in a fight, kind of like the biker equivalent to some Meriwether services. However, I'm not quite sure if this would play out too well, as I'm not quite sure how friendly biker gangs are to each other, but if there is some kind of basic respect between the different gangs, then there shouldn't really be anything stopping this feature being added in some kind of realistic way. Alright, so I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. What do you think of the ideas that I've discussed in this video? Do you think any of these features could actually make their way into the game? Or do you have any other ideas for features that would help the Bikers DLC be one of the best DLCs so far? As always, be sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments section down below. Okay, so they were 5 features that I believe should be added to the game with the Bikers DLC. As always, if you did go on to enjoy today's video or you found it interesting at all, then do be sure to drop the video a like rating, and if you are new to my channel and you're liking my GTA 5 content, then why not hit that subscribe button? It only takes 2 seconds and it means that you won't miss any of my future uploads. Now with that said, stay awesome and thanks for watching.